on volunteerism. President Tinubu presents 49.7 trillion naira as 2025 on quarantine. Ghana's president-elect named anti-corruption team. And in sports, Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. wins FIFA Best Men's Player of the Year award. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement has held a one-day sensitization program on volunteerism as a veritable tool for community development and governance. Special advisor to the governor on political, legislative and civic engagement, Afolabi Tajuddin, said this is pursuant of the state government's vision of social inclusion, an important pillar in the Themes Plus agenda. Tajuddin also said the act of volunteerism is not just for people to make themselves available, but to build a synergy between the government and the residents of the state while creating impact in their immediate society. He noted that the government is ready now with various civil society organizations, CS associations, CDAs, and community committees, CDCs, to help disseminate information about government programs and initiatives as it affects the people. Permanent Secretary, Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Sholabumi Shashure, said the office is working on creating a platform which will involve CSOs, CDAs and CDCs, where various information on government programs and initiatives will be disseminated to them. She added that volunteers can also reach the government through the Citizens Gate app, available on www.citizensgate.gov.ng, and the newly improved Lagos State website that has been embedded with more feedback mechanisms. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has emphasized the importance of health awareness among personnel of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, given the strenuous nature of their duties. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu stated this when the LASMA Female Elite Corps paid a courtesy visit to her at the State House, Marina, Lagos. Addressing the officers, she advocated consistent medical evaluations, particularly of the respiratory system, to mitigate the risks posed by prolonged exposure to vehicular emissions and other pollutants. The wife of the Lagos State Governor encouraged the Female Elite Corps to foster ambition and strategic goal setting within their families, ensuring their children are nurtured to achieve purposeful lives. In his remarks, General Manager of LASMA, Olaleko Bakari Oki, explained that the Female Elite Corps is designed to intensify public education on responsible driving practices, particularly during the Ember months, a period marked by increased road traffic incidents. Chief Executive of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe, says there will be another oil licensing bid round in 2025. Komolafe stated this at the 2024 licensing round commercial bid conference in Lagos as the commission nears the end of the 2024 licensing round. According to him, NUPRC has decided to make licensing rounds an annual event to boost oil production, adding that the 2025 round will focus on unexplored assets in line with the provision of the Petroleum Industry Act. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has presented a total budget of 49.7 trillion naira to the joint session of the National Assembly. The budget is tagged Restoration Budget, Securing Peace and Building Prosperity. President Tinubu noted that the budget seeks to restore macroeconomic growth and build the economy, commended the resilience of Nigerians amid growing economic indices. He told the Joint Assembly of the National Assembly that inflation will decline according to the budget's projections, pledging a reduction in foreign exchange. Given the breakdown, President Tinubu stated that defense and security will gob 4.91 trillion naira, housing 4.06 trillion naira, health 2.48 trillion naira, and education 3.58 trillion naira. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has restricted agents of point of sales, also known as POS, to a daily transaction limit of 1.2 million naira. CBN made this known in its circular on cash out limits for agent banking transactions signed by the Director, Payment Systems Management Department, Oladimeji Taiwo, in Abuja. According to Taiwo, the development is in Apex Bank's efforts to advance a cashless economy. He emphasized that policy interventions have become necessary to enhance the use of electronic payment channels for agency banking operations. Taiwo noted that these interventions also set a cash withdrawal limit per customer, regardless of channels, at 500,000 naira per week, with daily maximum transaction cash out limits of 100,000 naira per customer. And now to foreign news. Ghana's president-elect John Mahama has named an anti-corruption team to gather information on suspected graft. Mahama, who was the main opposition candidate in a December 7 presidential election he won with around 56% of the vote, has promised that corruption proceeds and hold perpetrators accountable when he assumes office next month. The team is chaired by the chairman of the Parliament's Committee on Assurances, Samuel Ablakwa, who has previously flagged suspected state corruption. And now sports. Real Madrid attacker Vinicius Jr. has won the FIFA Best Men's Player of the Year award. Owner midfielder Aitana Bonmati picked up the women's prize for the second time. The award comes 2 months after Vinicius was second in the Ballon d'Or. He succeeds Lionel Messi as the FIFA Best Men's Player after the Argentinian scooped up the last 2 editions of the award. The forward scored 24 goals and laid on 11 assists in 39 matches across all competitions as he led Real to a La Liga and Champions League double last season. And that's all for the news at 4. Always drive within the specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration reconfigured 6 junctions and roundabouts, Allen, Ikotun, Maryland, Lekki, and Aja under Traffic Management Intervention Plan? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement has held a 1-day sensitization program on volunteerism as a veritable tool for community development and governance. President Bola Tinubu has presented a total budget of 49.7 trillion naira to the joint session of the National Assembly. The budget is tagged Restoration Budget, Securing Peace and Building Prosperity. We also told you that Ghana's president-elect John Mahama has named an anti-corruption team to gather information on suspected graft. And in sports, Real Madrid attacker Vinicius Jr. has won the FIFA Best Men's Player of the Year award, while Barcelona midfielder Aitana Bonmati picked up the women's prize for the second time. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio90.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olowoporoku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.